Hey guys, remember me? Yeah, I'm back with another video, and I also have a bit of an update for you. So the summer's quickly coming to an end, and I've been reading a ton of books throughout this time period. As most of you guys already know, I love to read and I get very excited about literature. And you probably heard some sayings such as readers are leaders, or the more you learn, the more you earn. I agree with some of these statements to a certain point. There was a time where I used to buy every book that other people recommended, whether it was online, through blog posts, or just from some other YouTubers. And I began to notice that all of these books practically say the same things, just in the author's own words. I know this is mainly a channel on finance, investing, and making money, and I will be posting more finance content in the coming days, but I also like to make videos on other topics such as reading and things I personally enjoy. I chose books that I feel can relate with some of the circumstances and things that we are experiencing within our world today. I'll be giving you guys takeaways and some of the things that I've learned throughout reading these books. And without further ado, these are 3 books that you should absolutely read this year. The first book on my list is The Righteous Mind: Why Good People Are Divided by Politics and Religion by Jonathan Haidt. First off, this is a social psychology book. It describes how value systems can politically divide individuals. Haidt talks about 6 axioms that I will provide some more detail about. The first axiom is the care or harm axiom. This is how much you care about the safety of others, which also includes some people that you do not know. The second one is fairness. This axiom is about one concern for equality and justice for others. The next axiom is the loyalty axiom. This is your loyalty to other people or groups that you consider yourself a part of. The fourth axiom is authority. This is about hierarchy, more specifically about how you feel against people who hold authority above others and society as a whole. The fifth axiom is purity and sanctity. These can be about your morals you hold as a person or the religious beliefs that you have. And lastly, for the sixth axiom, we have oppression. This is caring about others who are most vulnerable within our society. Each of these matter to all of us. Some axioms more or less, but we all somewhat value them. The priority of each of these is what politically divides us, which is what Haidt is describing. Understanding all of these axioms can help us function better as a society. The Righteous Mind illustrates how both of these political philosophies benefit our society and help us function as a whole. This book isn't about there being a perfect middle point between both philosophies, but it helps one understand how we can achieve the best of both to create the best society possible, where people can understand each other, communicate better, and enjoy their lives to the fullest. Here's what I took from this book. The Righteous Mind helps me understand where others are coming from. I know there's a lot of disagreement and uncertainty in today's day and age, but when you put this book to use in a time like this, it can be an extremely powerful tool. I've definitely been able to empathize with others when presented with what I'd normally be opposed to. There are lines that you shouldn't cross, and I truly recommend this book because it provides you with the key to understanding the miracle that is human cooperation, while at the same time learning about the divisions and conflicts that separate us. Next up, for the second book on my list, we have Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. Viktor Frankl was a professor of psychology and neurology, and before I even get into this book, I have to say that this is one of the most powerful books that I have ever read. This book is about Viktor Frankl's experiences as an inmate in a German Auschwitz concentration camp during World War II. He illustrates the horrors he went through in everyday life From not having enough food, enduring freezing temperatures, and having to sleep with hundreds of others in a small cabin at a time. Frankl was separated from his family, and they were executed in the camps. With everything he was going through, how could anyone think that this is a life worth living? The biggest takeaway from this book is that you have to find meaning in suffering and in your life. Viktor Frankl quotes Nietzsche by stating, "He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how." Frankl was placed in an extremely hard reality, and even through all of this, he noticed that finding meaning, even in the worst of situations, is what helped him survive. This makes me think about the tough times that we are going through right now, and there's two types of people. People that have lost hope and are pessimistic, and others that are optimistic and see life as a challenge to overcome. You can choose to make a victory of your experiences, or you can either choose to fade away. There will always be external forces. We can't control every situation, but we do have a choice. The choice is how we choose to react to it. These are our internal forces which make our response. Your attitude towards your existence will make all the difference. And in the words of Viktor Frankl, everything can be taken away from a man but one thing, the last of human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. You and only you will decide what your life will be in the next moment. The teachings and experiences that Viktor Frankl went through is what make this book extremely powerful, and I recommend for everyone to read it. For the third and final book on my list, we have A Brief History of Time by Stephen Hawking. He explores profound questions such as how did our universe begin and what made the start of the universe all possible. The book also goes into the direction of time and if time is always truly flowing forward, if there is really no end to the universe, or if there are set boundaries. With Jeff Bezos completing his recent trip to the edge of space, more people are becoming interested in physics, astrology, and what truly lies beyond our world. If you're someone who has always been interested in learning about the complexities of cosmological physics and having a better understanding of what our universe contains, I would definitely pick this book up. This book is brilliant. Stephen Hawking does an excellent job of making sense of black holes, singularities, and quantum physics. My big takeaway about this book is that it gives us perspective on how tiny we really are. There is an infinite universe out there that contains things beyond our imagination, and I was blown away because I realized that no matter what we are dealing with on a day-to-day basis, our problems are nothing in the grand scheme of things that is the entire universe. These three books are ones that I would personally recommend you to check out. They'll surely help you gain a better understanding of some of the things that are going on within our world today, and not to mention that the topics within each one of these books make for great conversation starters. I always try to read about 2 to 3 books per month, and it's always been a hobby that I've enjoyed doing. I know I haven't posted as often, but I have new finance content that I'm uploading this coming week. If you've read some of these books, let me know what you think of them and post your book recommendations in the comments below. Also, make sure you guys like and subscribe to keep up with all the awesome content that I'll be posting on this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.